Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Shorudeep here. So I, along with Vivek sir, will take this post-market session that we take every Friday. Hi, hello. How was the week for all of you? Uh, Very good evening to all of you. Hi, Abhishek ji. Hi, Somit ji. Saran ji. Hi, everybody. So this week was kind of a week where the focus of the market was more on, I would say, COVID numbers rather than the market itself. So, if I talk about Nifty, what Nifty did on Monday is that there was a huge fall of 540 points, and since then the market has been pulling back and back and back. Now you can see that it has been quite a range from the 15th of February. Market has been in a quite a tough range, right? If we look at the daily chart, within this range, sometimes big, sometimes small candles, but these things are happening. Okay, let us have a slight look at the COVID graph. Now, the way this time the cases are going up, it has already reached 200 and more than 210,000 cases yesterday, and possibly we are going quite higher. Also, today's number, if I talk about today's number, is also higher for the states that has already been reported. So possibly it will not end here. On the death count, we are still to achieve, and it is not a good thing, but we are still to reach the level of last time's peak. So this means that the severity of disease this time is lower, but the spread is quite a bit, and that generally happens with most of the diseases, viral diseases. They actually more and more they spread, more the immunity of the, or more the fatality, less the fatality, more they spread. Now here at this point I will try to tell you something. See, you can see from Feb this has been happening with the market, and this initial part started with the uh, dollar index move. The dollar index and US bond yields were going up, and that's why our market initially started correcting. But for last couple of weeks, we know that the numbers are going up, and we have been speaking in the group that COVID numbers are going up. But still, we have not seen a that proportionate fall in the Nifty that we had seen last week, the last year. Now you have to understand the context of this. See, at present, India is getting vaccinated at a rate of 40 lakhs doses per day. Now, given the kind of crisis we are having, the government is increasing the vaccine production capacity. So possibly within a couple of months, we may reach a situation where we may get 70, 80 lakh people getting vaccinated each day. So within 100 days, we can reach in a situation where all the COVID related worries can be actually come down. So there is a possibility that we within 4 months so everybody knows that whatever crisis that we are undergoing, possibly this is for the last time before everybody get vaccinated, and within 4 months, 4 to 5 months, that can be achieved, and that's why nobody is willing to sell. You can see whenever there is a sell, people are actually buying the market in a very strong way. Am I audible to all of you? Nima Bisht ji is saying that she cannot hear anything. Can everybody hear? Okay, so Nima ji, you need to log out and log in for that, I think. Okay, thank you everybody for the confirmation. So here what I can tell you is that everybody knows that this is a scenario that can last maybe maximum 3 4 months, and that's why personally I think market, it is difficult for market to actually go below this 13,600 in the worst case also if it comes. Now today what happened to Nifty is that it closed below the daily moved mid Bollinger. Okay, and let me go back to the global charts for a moment. Now this is the Dow Jones chart. You can see the kind of bull market it is having, and to contrast, we are in a bearish phase that is due to the COVID factor. Now US is having a 30 CR kind of a population, so it is very easy to actually vaccinate all of them in a shorter period of time. But our population being 140 CR and maybe out of the 30-40 CR maybe children, so vaccinate around 100 CR, it will generally taking a little bit longer time. But the moment you will see that this vaccination picks up pace right now, if you look at that around 12 CR people have got vaccine. The moment this number reaches around 50 CR within 2 months, the propensity of the COVID and COVID waves, if you have seen in the past, all the COVID waves generally they stay 3 to 4 months. See, August to October, August, September, October. If you take July also, so July to October, July, August, September, October, 4 months. Now, if you look here, we are already into that scenario. We are already into the scenario from the March. Okay, so 1 month has gone. Maximum 2 months you will see such severity, and by 1.5 months you may see that this is coming down, already coming down. So from that point of view, you can understand that within a month, possibly, market will get a signal that COVID is going to subside. Even without vaccination, this wave is going to subside, possibly, even without lack of vaccination, because these viral diseases come in form of a wave. And possibly there will be a very strong catch-up rally into the market the moment this happens. As you can see that Dow Jones, the kind of rally, all the data, everything are very good in USA right now. Why they're very good? Because the cases have come down, deaths have come down because of the vaccination. Now, though the number of deaths still are equal to what India is having with a huge population, maybe due to a better immune system of Indians living in a lot more pollution. Now you can see US government bond, as I told you in the last class, the moment it starts trading about below 1.65, possibly it is going to come down, and it has started coming down. And similarly, if you remember correctly, this US dollar index, the US dollar index has also started coming down. Now, US dollar index has quite a good bit of support around 91.6. Below this 91.6, it may go to 89.8, 89.9, these levels. Okay. So these are the levels that it may go. Just a second. Let me draw the trend line. So overall, we are, if you can see, it can go to 90.4 or a little bit below that. So we are at the cusp of though the situation is very bad right at this moment, we are right now at the cusp of a very strong up move that may follow. Because if you see the kind of outperformance in the last, since Feb, you can see since Feb, Dow Jones is up around 10%. We are down 7-8%. So almost 17-18% uh, underperformance that Nifty is having. Okay, from the peak it has down almost 6-7%, and this is up around 13%. So around 20% underperformance we are having since the COVID started in India, and possibly this is going to go away. Not if not entirely, still there is I expect a strong bit of rally once this COVID scenario subsides. Okay, So why I am telling about this broad contrast, because if you look at the daily chart, it may look okay, it is quite bearish, but if you look at the weekly chart, it will look like a very normal correction pullback to the mid Bollinger kind of a move. It is not at all a very bearish move. We are not in a bear market, and 14,400 is a very good support. If it goes below that, also 13,600, which I think won't come until and unless COVID becomes so severe that there has to be 1 month, 2 month of kind of lockdown that stops economic activity, which I don't think it will be, because even in Maharashtra, where the situation is worse than rest of the country, and rest of the country is again catching up quickly, because we can see cases in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh, all these states are going up. Even Kerala, such a small state of 3 CR people, cases are almost 8,000. So the entire country is catching up, but I don't think they would reach beyond the level where Maharashtra is right now. So even in Maharashtra, the government is trying to have a section 144, not a complete lockdown. So the idea is to control the situation, vaccinate faster, and not uh, do something that can hamper the economy. Because India at present doesn't have the firepower to actually withstand another or two lockdowns. So in the extreme case, that will be the case. So you can see that what kind of a support we are in, and I personally think that we are at the cusp of a very strong move, like this kind of a move, which took from 11,800 to almost 15,200. So a similar kind of a move possibly is coming. That is my personal view about the market. And within this fall also, this may start. Now let me look at the individual indices along with that. Okay, so first, the most bullish index at this moment. Okay, Nifty 50 we have watched. Okay, so most bullish index is right now Nifty Metal. So you can see no weakness, and possibly going to cross the previous highs also. And the second most bullish index is right now the Nifty Pharma, as I told. So Nifty Pharma weekly chart went up a little bit and possibly going to beat the recent high and go above that. Its all-time high is much above, but the recent high, all-time high is not very above, but a bit higher. But recent high, it is possibly going to cross in some amount of time, because the COVID will require increase the requirement of normal medicines. Okay. So apart from these two sectors, I will tell you, if you look at the Nifty IT, that though I thought would be bullish, but due to results that pull back to the weekly support of weekly mid Bollinger, from there it again bounced back 5-6%. Nifty FMCG, if Nifty FMCG is fairly positive, yeah, fairly positive. Nifty Bank and Auto are most interesting cases. See, we can see, and I think this is a great zone of support. Okay, 30,400, 30,500. I personally thought this 32,500 would actually hold, but it went below this. But this is the second week it closed below this, but possibly a hammer. Now, the moment you can see that 5-week low EMA, the moment it start trading above this 32,163, and if I go to the daily chart, so for early buyers above 32,133, and you can see this range 32,400, this is another resistance. But once it start staying above 33,000, maybe 7, 8, 10,000 point rally in the Bank Nifty will occur. Okay. So keep in mind, once it starts trading above 33,200, 300, Bank Nifty possibly will begin a very, very strong move. But due to the COVID, as long as it stays below 30,000, 33,000, there is possibility of a bearish move also. So we can see that it is never closing above this 5-day high EMA. But in the weekly chart, there is a possibility that it has formed a hammer. But they need a confirmation for this. Price needs to close below 32,500 and eventually above 33,000. But here we can see that there is a possibility. Okay. Now, Nifty Auto is another very important indices which has given a similar hammer. Okay. Here also similar case. The moment it goes above 10,200, I would mark this as a level to go bullish in all the auto stocks. So above this, it can actually become very lucrative. And I think I'm getting bullish until and unless this low is being violated. I may try to turn bullish because Nifty chart is not showing me that kind of a bearishness. You might be surprised that even given in the kind of COVID situation, I'm telling like this, but market may actually behave like this because market doesn't react to the same thing again and again. See, when last year it happened, it had fallen like this. But now market knows that what COVID can do and it has a solution. That is the vaccine is available. Only the quantity of vaccine is little bit lower, but it can any time be actually increased by increase of capacity. Okay. So I think within 2-3 months, things would be completely okay. And very soon, possibly market may start going up. Okay. Now, as long as Nifty remains below this, note it down, please. So I will come back to the daily chart for weekly trading. As long as Nifty stays below this line of 15,100, there is always a possibility that it will come back. So right now the level is 14,650 around or 660 around where the mid Bollinger in daily is formed. So below that one may try to play bearish towards 14,200 kind of a level, and once staying above 14,700 one may try to trade towards this 14,900 kind of level. But the longer picture, the broader picture, I think these are the good levels to accumulate some of the stocks which you really like. Okay, so this is the view on Nifty. Bank Nifty, I told you, below 32,200, you trade bearish. Above 33,000, you will try to have, if it stays over 33,300, na, try to, you can try to buy 3 months calls. Okay, like you will get 35,000 call of 3 months away at a price of 700-800. If you try to buy that, and sometimes you may get that, if the proper up move happens, you may get that 800 rupees call fetching you 4,000, 5,000. So try to go for that a bigger move once you see Bank Nifty staying above 33,000, and you can buy at that time 35,000 call, which may be trading at 800 to 1,000 rupees with a target of 40,000. So that call becomes around 4-5,000 rupees. So to bring down the cost, you can actually sell also the 40,000 call, which would be trading around 200-300 rupees. So your cost become 700 or 800 in that case instead of 1,000 rupees. So you can do that. So I'm expecting a very strong move once this things happen, but right now no sector is that much bullish. I will review the stocks which I went. I said that can be quite bullish. I said the IT and the pharma sector. Now IT, if I look at how Nifty IT did the daily chart, I will show you. See, the Nifty IT started the week going down. It did not started going up. So obviously you might not have bought Nifty IT. So there had not been any loss, because if I'm bullish on something, I will buy that once it breaks the above high. If I'm talking about Nifty Pharma, you see this was the first day candle. It went up, second day went down, but eventually it went up. So yes, last week was 13,000 and it went to 30,300. So 3% on an average, the index went up in 4 days. This was a truncated week. Now, if I talk about stocks, our best stock last week I told you is that Pfizer, because Pfizer had broken out that day only, and Pfizer looked beautiful, and Pfizer performed all through the week. So these were the four candles in Pfizer. So we told you after the breakout in this candle, and Pfizer actually performed very beautifully. Okay. Cipla, we told you. So you can see first day, if you had bought at 892, and I had given this trade to my students, this went to 940, it pulled back, and then again today it closed again around 940. Most of the pharma stocks did a similar thing. Okay, so pharma index is on the cusp of a breakout, and given the demand for medicine, it can do like that. One stock, Cipla is looking good. Possibly a breakout is imminent. May happen for next week. Also, Cipla is a stock. For next week, also Pfizer is the stock. For next week, this Oro Pharma. Look at the chart. This is on the cusp of a breakout. So if Oro Pharma trade above 960, try to buy this stock. It looks good to me. Oro Pharma. Okay, this is the week when I can share the least number of stocks to you. Actually, because none of the stocks are at support, and I generally try to get you into a stock once the up move has started, because even on a weekly support it is there. I am not a person who would like to buy. If I know this is a support, I am not a kind of a person who would like to buy at this part. I would like to buy uh, when this has already started. So I like to participate once the move have already started. There is a reason behind that, you understand. See, this was might have been a support, there have been a intermediate rally. This might have been a support, intermediate rally, but eventually it failed. But I always look at the overall trend in terms of mid Bollinger, okay, and RSI sustaining above 50 to buy a stock. So I would be buying a stock the moment it has gone up here. I'm going to the metal stock a bit, because I need to show the metal uh, counters. So Nifty metal, if you see, so first 2 days pullback, and then with the global term, first day pullback, it has started going up. Now let me tell you, all the metal stocks, especially JSW Steel, see at the cusp of another breakout. Jindal Steel and Power at the cusp of another breakout. Any moment it can break out. Tata Steel, and it is very important in Tata Steel that it has this week it has closed below the prior all-time high for 905. The moment it start trading above this 950, 920, it has more legs. All the stocks, Vedanta starts going up and possibly will breach on the upside. NMDC. See, global metal stocks are rallying, and India is exporting to the global players. So if global metal stocks are rallying, there is no way, even if the Nifty corrects, the metal stock can remain silent. Okay, so you have to understand that. So this is where NMDC is that, and last is Hindalco, which is presently the most bullish metal stock right now, at the cusp of a breakout above 375, 380. And as I had told my students in TMP when it first breached 300, that it is possibly going to reach towards 500. I told this from a long-term chart. Let me show you monthly chart. Those who are new would be able to understand. See, this this trend line was breached. Okay, this trend line has been breached. It has pulled back and then again it is going up. So possibly, and if you look at it properly, you will see, what you can see is an inverse head and shoulder. Okay, a giant inverse head and shoulder. Okay, look at this, a giant inverse head and shoulder. It's lifetime movement. This. So ideally, what should be the target of the head and shoulder? Roughly from here to the this line. Okay. Now copying this line, see it is coming around 520, 530. So this is the potential move I'm expecting in the stock. I'm bullish in the stock of Hindalco, because possibly this is a super cycle driven by uh, central bank money printing. Apart from these, okay, I will show you couple of stocks which look bullish to me. Okay, so three stocks. One is Tata Elxsi. Looks bullish to me, possibly going to breach prior high of 3150 and going higher. Next is Tata Consumer. Looks to me that it will breach prior high of 685, 6. Though it doesn't have a very high target at present, possibly it is going towards 720, 730, 750. But I expect an up move beyond 684 to take it maybe 10% higher. Not like a Hindalco long-term view I have on this. And the third stock is Wipro. See, if it can sustain above 675, there is a possibility it can have 70-80% rupees rally. Look at this, above 680 can be a very good stock. Okay, so this is from my end. So I will what I will do is that I will hand it over to Vivek sir. In couple of minutes I have. Let me take few questions. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala bought Tata Elxsi, yes, but not every stock will react the moment Rakesh Jhunjhunwala buys it. Okay, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala doesn't buy 50, 100 or 1,000 stocks. He will buy certain percentage in a company and he will buy in phases. Okay, so necessarily if he has to buy 5% or 4%, maybe 1% he buy now. If it goes down, he buys 1% more, like that. So Rakesh Jhunjhunwala buying a stock may not immediately take it higher, because he has a very long-term investment horizon, not a very short-term horizon like us. Okay, so handing over to Vivek sir. So thank you, sir. So
Thank you, Sharadeep. Thank you so much, every one of you who have joined today evening. It's always pleasure to hear from Shuradeep. I'm sure that people who are following Shuradeep must be following all his stock ideas as well. And I must tell you that he's very good in what he does. Uh, So here we go. So last Friday I was not there because of some family emergency. Some of my family members are COVID patient now. Hopefully things are good at my side, but let's see what happens. Uh, I want to talk about few things with all of you. Let me just remove screen sharing of Shoradeep, and let me take my screen as a screen sharing. All right, this is my screen and this is my. I hope you guys are able to hear me. If you can, just give me a quick confirmation that you can hear me. My voice should be loud and clear to everyone. Is it loud and clear? Okay, thank you, thank you. Sure. So first of all, let me thank you, all of you, to be here at this in the evening and becoming part of the Stock Edge Club. There will be few members who have just joined the Stock Edge Club, so let me welcome all of them as the new club members. And there are people who have been with us for many years now. I was just checking some statistics. There are many people who have been with us for the last 3 years. So it's very, very impressive, and I'm very happy that we are adding some value in their life. As you know, Stock Edge Club is all about learning and earning and trying to make you capable of doing that rather than feeding ideas inside your mind. So this whole process of every Friday discussion is actually more of a learning exercise and helping you to create your own template which you can use for your purpose of earning. So at no point of time you should assume that all these stock ideas which we are giving is as a research tip to all of you. No, the idea is that whatever we are generating for ourselves as a trader, as a market participant, we are ready to share with all of you so that you become equivalent, if not better than us, and make much bigger money than what we are probably making right now. Okay, so I'm going to switch off my webcam and I'm going to discuss with you a few things before I start taking questions. Uh, Radha Krishna is saying he didn't get the stockwise sector 500 sheet. Oh, that's surprising. But nonetheless, I'll make sure that this reaches you as early as possible because I did send the same to my team. Maybe there is some communication gap. So let me just get back to you on this. Okay, I want to alert you guys. Alert is why I'm alerting you, because what we are going to see in coming 6 months is going to be very, very different market. What has happened in last 1 year was so easy, so uh, smooth, so easy going that probably it was not very difficult to make money, because any stock you put your hand on was always ready to give you a very strong momentum. I think coming 6 months is not going to be so uptrending or so single trending. It will give you a lot of whipsaws, and we are already seeing this in last 1 2 months that market is behaving both side, and it is chopping both the side of the market players. Even the bull is getting chopped, even the bear is getting chopped. So one thing is for sure, that all of you should get into the habit of booking partial profits or exiting the loss as early as possible, because that whole thought process of leading the rally for full capital may not be a very good thought process. So partial profit booking should always be there, and I would prefer you to look at that, and we'll discuss how do you do that. Sorry, uh, let me just disconnect my phone. Just give me a minute, please. Sorry about it. Okay, so I think what we all have to do is put some extra effort in the evening in the market. And I would like to show you how you can put that extra effort, because identifying stocks will become slightly trickier now. Although Shoradip does the homework so easily and he make it feel so easy that it's easier to identify the stocks the way he is communicating. But I still believe that the intensity of homework has to go up now rather than what it was probably 6 months ago. So my humble submission to all of you, and I will definitely help people who have not received this file, is uh, you have to study 500 charts every day. You may not like this discussion with me because it's quite a tedious ask, but this is something which will bring a fantastic habit of sitting in front of your analytic screen and analyzing the market, okay? And especially if you do it at the end of the day in the evening, it definitely adds a lot of value to your overall analysis. So one thing is for sure is now NSE 500 stocks are something which you have to very, very closely observe. And any stock where you find opportunity based on the template which you have designed for yourself, you should track those stocks very, very closely. Okay. So this is the NSE 500 watch list which I've created, and this is categorized based on the sectors. I'm going to forward this to people who have not yet received it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export the list, and it will go as in my desktop as a NSE 500 list. And I will ask my support team member to email to all of you. This NSE 500 list could be imported in TradingView directly. So you can import it by that particular file name, and the list will come to you as it is. Okay. Now what I want you to do is every day spend considerable time on studying chart of each and every stock. It will not take more than 10 to 15 seconds for you to skim through each and every chart if your template is ready. And this is the template which I follow, and all of you know the template. If you have not seen the golden strategy or you have not seen my RS strategy, please see that webinar so that you can design your template like this. So this is end of the day chart, and this is 2-hourly chart. Okay. You see in most of the stocks, you will see this pattern in last few days where the super trend is also confused. There'll be buy, there'll be sell, then there'll be buy, there'll be sell. So a lot of whipsaws is happening in the market. Okay. So that's why I'm saying that you probably have to increase the range of your holding now if you have to ride that stock for a longer time frame. Now let me go through few of the stocks and show you how I'm analyzing the market stocks. Okay. So Webcon India, it is trading above all the moving averages. RS is also strong, and here also you see super trend is buy, and 2-hourly RS, which is not a very important indicator for me, but I do look at that indicator, is also above 0, and RSI is above 50. So this is an important stock which I have to track. In TradingView, they have provided this phenomenal facility where you can color each and every stock based on your filtering. So say I am using green color. Green color is basically the stocks which I have to track. Okay. Second, this is one stock. Second, let's go to Tata Motor. Now Tata Motor, if you see, relative strength is still above 0, but it is downward sloping. But super trend is positive. So this is definitely a positive stock which I have to see. So I need to click this green will happen automatically. Why? Because the previous click was also green, so it has automatically taken this click as green as well. Okay. Next is this stock. Definitely I'm not going to look at because it's quite obvious that the stock is underperforming and it is below all the major moving averages. So unless a stock shows a bit of convincing rise or relative outperformance with the market, I'm not going to be interested in this stock. Then Scott's, what do you think? Scott's still a long way to go before I get convinced with this stock. The stock has taken support at 200 a moving average, which is a good sign, but there are enough uh, hurdles here in terms of other moving averages, and super trend is still negative, so I'm not going to look at this. Okay, this stock was something else. Sorry, this was Tata Motors, and this is what this is. Both are Tata Motor. Oh, this is Tata Motor DVR. Okay, and this is Tata Motor. So Tata Motor definitely, as we have seen, is a buying candidate because RS is above 0. Super trend is positive. So this is blue because I'm holding position here. That's why I mark it blue. So the beauty of TradingView is that you can see the stock list based on color also. So see, these are the stocks where I have some positions which are blue color. We have around 20 stocks where I have current positions running. These are the green stocks where I am doing my homework almost on a daily basis and identifying stocks which I need to track. And red list is basically all the indices which are in the market, and I'm using this red list to track those indices. Okay, let's go back to NSE 500. Okay, so let's see more stocks. So Mahindra and Mahindra, it has just come above the above the RS line. It is trading above the moving averages. Super trend is also positive. So yes, this is also a stock which I need to track. Endurance Technology, not really, because it is underperforming now. So definitely not to be tracked. Motherson, yes, to be tracked because the overall structure of the chart is also very impressive. Minda, not really. Okay. JK Tire, uh, not really. Could be after few, probably some sign of recovery. Maybe after these levels, yes, but not really. TVS Motor. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to narrow down my stock selection to only those stocks where there is a higher probability of an extended momentum. Okay. And if you make your template like this, and if you just have to do one thing, you just have to press the down arrow of your keyboard. So you know, see, if you, I mean, if you, once you become fast, you just have to do like this. So I'm pressing one arrow at a time, and the moment I see any stock of interest, for example, this stock has suddenly is of interest to me because Super RS was upward trending. It is almost zero. It is above moving averages, and there's a super trend buy. So yes, I'm going to mark this stock. Okay. So what I want you to do is uh, create this watch list for yourself and do this stock specific research. Am I webinar? Yeah. Do this stock specific research, uh, and just try to filter down the stocks where you think, as per your template, has the possibility of some kind of an extended momentum. Okay. Am I clear? Is this a big ask? Once you do this, then you have this green list stock in front of you, and all you need to do is only trade in these stocks. I'll give you an example of Praj, which was a stock which I've been keeping it on a green. Look at the way the stock is moving. The RS has been positive since long, and the super trend is also positive. The RS 2 hourly, which I don't track so much, but still giving me a comfort. So RS 2 hourly is also positive, and look at the movement this stock has given. Okay, let's see the red stock, Thyrocare. Now this stock is also positive for me, okay, but it has corrected a bit. What do I do? Whenever the stock comes near this support zone, which is right here, so if you see, the previous support zone is right here, so you have an alert here. So right click, add alert. So the value is 985. Whenever the stock will come around this, just create the alert, and when the stock comes around this, TradingView is going to give you the alert. Trust me, my dear friends, TradingView is fantastic. Especially if you're serious about making money from trading, you will have to use TradingView. And obviously stockage, you can create your own combination scans to filter down more stocks from stockage perspective. Okay. So, this is what typically I would advise you to do is wait for the right price of the stock, mark alerts on TradingView, only work on limited stocks where you see there is a proper structure which could lead to some kind of a momentum, and then trade those stocks. This is for people who don't have their own specific stocks to trade. The other strategy which I have always talked about is have your own list of stocks, and you only trade in those stocks where your condition is getting satisfied. So for example, these blue are typically my trades, and these are my stocks which I've been tracking for a long period of time. I keep on entering new stocks and exiting old stocks. These are all tracker stocks, but only trade when there is a conviction in your model that yes, this is a good price point where I can trade. Half an hour. Yeah. Sorry, my son was asking me how long will it take. Uh, so yeah, so this is the thought process which I wanted to communicate with all of you. I hope you resonate with this thought process and you will start using this. I'm going to share with you the watch list NSE 500. If you don't want to do 500 analysis, at least do NSE 200. So what I will do is I will also send you NSE 200 watch list so that you can either of these two or both of these two you can add in your trading view screen. Okay, now what I intend to do is I want to take questions from all of you, so let's get it going. Okay, by the way, this session every Friday is more oriented towards trading, and trading does not mean intraday trading, it is for swing trading as well. We are not discussing investing here because investing is a very different ball game, and we can discuss investing in the club itself, but trading is something which we are discussing here. Okay, now let me take some questions. Okay, Nima is asking, sir, gold has momentum, is it an indication of bearish phase? Sir, gold has momentum. I am not tracking gold. I think Shorodip probably can answer the gold question if he's available. uh, Bearish phase in equity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Gold.
Shorodip, do you have any view on gold?
Yes, sir. If I can show my chart, sir. Uh,
I will allow you to do that later. Let me take few more questions first. Yeah.
okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Uh, Part profit booking seems to be the only way forward. Absolutely, Sanjay. I totally agree to you because the kind of momentum market has shown in last 12 months, I don't see that kind of a momentum happen because everything has become very expensive, until the market falls and again things become reasonable. So part profit booking makes sense. And the best way to approach this is if you are investing X amount, 50% of that amount should be exited when your take profit target is met. And take profit target should be essentially 2 times of your stop loss. And then trail the rest depending upon one of the trending indicators. It could be super trend or it could be any other indicator which you are finding comfort with. Guru Charan is saying, send me this as well. I will try, I'll make sure this goes to all the club members. At times it happens that some people don't get it or the spam folder has it, but we will try to. So what I will do is I'll forward this in Telegram channel. I guess all of you are part of that Telegram channel, Stockage Club. So I will send both these files in the Telegram channel and you can accordingly work on that. Sandeep is asking, sir, how to decide breakout successful direction? Well, the one of the key thing of a breakout is that a accurate breakout from a price point always, if you see most of the time, there is always a retracement to that price point after a point of time. Okay, so whenever a price gets breakout and the price comes back to that breakout level and resume that breakout upside journey, that means that breakout is quite convincing. So I always tell this to people that retracement trade has higher probability of giving you profit, larger profit. Breakout trade will always give you smaller profit. So if you're trading breakout, make small profit and exit. But if you are trading retracement, then obviously you would like to ride longer because you are typically riding a better trend if you are correct on the retracement side. Okay, Arindam is saying yesterday Grasim has broke the trend line and my stop loss got hit. Shall I buy it back? No. So Grasim, yes, even I was holding Grasim and I have exited my position. My stop loss was hit. Uh, this was actually quite a surprise move. I was expecting Grasim to continue the outperformance, but looking at the chart right now, it has gone into a negative zone. So I have exited. Now, when do I enter? It doesn't mean that I have exited it for lifetime. No, this is a good stock. You see, end of the day, RS is strong for long period of time. I see a bit of correction coming here, but maybe this level when this line and this moving average around 20 1300 1300 probably could be a level where you can think about re-entering. but enter only if the stock has given convincing reversal, and convincing reversal can only be confirmed by super trend. So yes, there is no harm in booking stop loss in stocks like Grasim, but always be prepared for this to reverse again. So put an alert here. Let me do that. Add an alert here. Shrodeep, can you mute your mic? Add an alert here. Okay. So I've added an alert here. Okay. So if Grasim comes down here, that's the price point where I can think about going contrarian, but still the trend may be negative, but it's worth getting into contrarian view because the stock is showing relative strength vis-a-vis the market. Okay. Okay. Where is the go to meeting? Sorry, where is the question panel? Yeah, got it. What is the ideal time frame for this kind of strategy, intraday or a swing of 15? It's a swing of 10 to 15 days, in fact more. So typically my average position duration is around, I would say, 25 to 30 days. And 2 hourly chart is basically I'm using to exit my trade and re-enter those trades whenever they give an opportunity. Deepak is asking about views on Gujarat Alkali. Generally, I don't like to discuss stock views, but let's see. Let me make an exception right now. The Gujarat Alkali. What's happening there? Okay. So, I mean, see, trend is extremely positive, and this stock is showing such a phenomenal momentum. So obviously, you would always like to buy this stock. Okay, you can't make the mistake of selling this stock because on the uprise, uh, RS has been very strong. Super trend is bullish. So probably when the price retraces, that's the point where you can make an attempt to buy. So maybe use super trend to find the retracement level. So 390 could be a good price to buy. Even if you want to buy at these levels, it's a good price because I don't see the stock going below this previous low, which is around 400. So it's worth making a attempt. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Okay. 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 Which TEMA indicator is this? Oh, Mr. Uttam, one of the club members, I'm somehow forgetting her name. She told me to use TEMA. What TEMA does is it is combining three moving averages together. Rather than plotting one moving average and another, so TEMA is plotting three moving averages. So for people who are using TradingView free, there is a limitation of moving indicators which you can add. So she suggested me to use this because it will only consider one indicator for all practical purpose. Okay, so that's what TEMA is. Yeah. Okay, Suraj is asking, good evening, sir. Is there any plan to add chart pattern in the future to the so we can stock based on your golden cash flow from stockage? So idea is to do a lot of things, Suraj bhai, that yes, we want to add lot of indicators, lot of patterns, which can help you guys, but obviously there are priorities, there are limitations. So we are trying to ramp up our team, ramp up our working, but everything has its own advantages and disadvantages. So we are working on it. Trust me, Suraj, we are really, really working hard. But what has happened in today's world of extreme hyper tech business, extreme. I think I've never seen this kind of a world, what it is right now. It's so much hyper tech that tech resources have become quite a commodity, and it has become quite difficult to get right talent and retain them. So lot of things which we want to do and we want to ramp up, it has to be in sync to the tech talent available with us. So we are trying our best to do a lot of things to get more and more people to help us develop a lot of things. Kindly show your blue list, please. Okay, I will show you blue list. These are the stocks which I am currently holding on to the position. These are around 20 stocks where I have some positions. Some of these stocks, so these stocks are typically, my target will be to get around 20-25%. Some I'm holding it from lower levels. For example, Sera, I've been holding it for from 3100. Imami, I've been holding it from lower levels. Some I've recently entered, they are in kind of not very good profit. For example, BSC I've just entered because I saw momentum building in this stock. So I'll show you how. Look at this. When BSC started showing the momentum again, so RS was giving positive sign. There was a buying momentum this time, and it gave a breakout around this level. So I entered at this price around 603, and it went down. So I'm still holding it to it. Logically, I should not have hold in, but because BSC is there, so I don't see any major loss happening in this stock because it's not anyways not going to be the stock where people are going to sell in hurry. So there are few stocks which I'm still holding on, which may not be one of those greatest bets, but yeah, but I still feel they can good, probably good. But these are my list, my position. Huh? This is you can't look at my list and build your list. Never do that. Every one of us have unique risk appetite. I have made lot of money, and now I'm ready to bet lot of money with my capital which I've already built. So your stock selection should be purely on the basis of your risk appetite. Thank you, Vipin Bhai, for your kind words. Rajiv Agarwal is asking, we are trading in options due to liquidity, due to decay. It's difficult to make money. What is the ideal strategy? We are trading in options. Oh, so what is the ideal trading strategy in options? Well, see, if options, you can make money in options by selling. That is for sure. 75% of the time, people who are option seller, they make money, and 25% of the time, option buyer make money. That is a fact which we all have to accept. So ideally, using your charting skill, you should figure out a probable range in a stock and then try to sell call option or put option or do a strangle or something like that in options. Or what you can do is, if you are not very gung-ho about selling it, if you want to buy, then there are certain strategies which are buyer oriented also, but they're only to be implemented when there is a major movement expected in that stock. So you will have to learn options very honestly, when to use buying, when to use selling. In fact, today I made this face-to-face live with Rakesh Pujara, where towards the end of the video he has discussed an option buying strategy, and he has done the back testing and he has been running it and he's making profit out of it. So Rajiv bhai, you can see that. In fact, I would suggest all of you, today's session with Rakesh Pujara is brilliant session. You will learn so much from him, and it's a 90-minute session. It's a very good quality content on rule-based trading, and all of you should please go through that content. All my club members, you really have to go through this content. I don't, push people very hard on this because I know every one of you will have your own preferences. But this content by Rakesh Pujara is going to be mind-boggling content. So all of you, please, I request, go through this content. You will find it very, very interesting. Okay. Okay, does it make sense? Can you do that? Yeah. Can you add that Fibonacci levels in technical scan so that you find this a scan combination? No. Fibonacci, it's very difficult to add in technical scan, Bhaskar Bhai, because Fibonacci has to be from previous swing low to previous swing high. So every time new swing high happens, we will have to code it in our software to identify that, which we are not yet ready. So Fibonacci, you will have to rely, probably other tools who have done it, you have to rely on them. We may not be able to do it in immediate future because of the reasons I have already told you. Can you please explain about the partial booking concept? Yes, Dharmik, I will explain. So say for example, any stock which I bought, let me give you an example of say Imami. Okay, so I actually shared the idea in Stockage Club also. When stock came back here, I gave idea around this 510 odd level, and there was super trend buying. So what happens that you will have a stop loss in each and every trade, right? And if your stop loss is suppose 10 rupees in Imami, because you are looking at say smaller indicators, but if your stop loss is say 15 rupees based on a bigger time zone, so 15 rupees stop loss, your take profit should be 30 rupees. Once you get 30 rupees, you book half of your profit, and other half you trail using one of the trailing indicator, and super trend could be one of the super trend indicator which can help you to trail your profit. So whatever is your stop loss, and it totally depends upon you. I can't tell you this should be the right stop loss, this should be the wrong stop loss. It's totally dependent upon your assessment of your risk appetite and your stop loss. Two times of that you book half profit and half you trail. What happens when you book half profit? No, that gives you a super high feeling, a very positive feeling for yourself and your for your trade, and that is important for generating follow-on trade ideas for yourself. Okay, so in today's market, I would seriously recommend keep booking small profits, and when it comes to loss, be fast in squaring up your loss. Don't think twice, because you never know where the market or what kind of direction the market is going to take. Apparently it looks like market is very positive, I don't deny this. 14,250, 14,300 is a decent support for the market for an upside, but my point is, will it give the upside in that same fashion the way it has given in past 6 months? I have my reservation, but there is no harm in being conservative in the market at this moment rather than becoming aggressive and losing all the money earned. Why you are not okay? Salah, Mr. Jayashankar is asking why you are not provide the for stock all indices. Uh, no, I didn't get this question, Jayashankar. You have to ask again. Uh, okay, okay. I think I've answered few questions. Let me go back to latest questions. Uh, uh, Okay, Tarun is saying that he has just joined Stockage Club. He's asking, when do I learn this strategy which you have discussed today? Okay, let me just share this with people who have just joined. You go to elearnmarkets.com/webinars. Okay, and sorry, yeah, and you search for a person called Vivek Bajaj. Sorry, you search for a person for me, and all these things is part of your stockage club. Okay, so you have been given 12 webinar which you can buy. So you search for this and you see there is a strategy called golden cash market. You please subscribe to this golden cash market strategy using price and delivery, and also look at my RS webinar. Where is the RS? So in RS webinar, this is the RS webinar I would suggest. Relative trading strategy using relative price theory. These two, I think you should see. First, see this. You will get a lot of benefit. If you want to see it English, see it in English. If you want to see in Hindi, you can see it Hindi also. So see any of these two, you will pretty much understand what I'm trying to explain. Okay. Bhavin Bhai, thank you so much for your kind words. Really means a lot to me. Can you please suggest telemarket course for beginners who want to learn options in depth before actual trading? Oh, for options, I would seriously suggest you to join Chetan Bhai's program. I love him and his way of teaching, his way of handling students, making sure you all get proper clarifications. Go to this program, certificate in option strategies, and join his options program. If you want to get more details, you can leave in after the end of this session. There'll be a feedback form. Just mention that you are interested in learning options. My team will connect with you. Also, to learn the basic of options, we have already made this website called elearnoptions.com. I don't know how many of you know that all the basics of options we have covered in this website, and it's free of cost. I don't know why it is not opening. elearnoptions.com. Yeah, it is now opening. Yeah. So basics of options we have already covered here. There are ample videos which are explaining you basics of options. Then you can practice the strategies here by simulated numbers. These are very, very useful tool to help you understand the basics. And after you have covered the basics from here, then you click here and join that advanced program of Chetan Bhai, which I am suggesting to you. Or you can also think of joining the TMP program, which is for traders, where we cover options and technicals, everything. You can give more, you can actually connect with our team by filling up the feedback form, and my team will get back to you and discuss all the programs which we have. Siddharth is asking about enhanced volume. So enhanced volume is something which I learned from Pramal Bhai, Pramal Parekh in his webinar. I'm still trying to use it to my advantage, but right now I'm just looking at them as an important indicator. So green is major volume, and blue is relatively less volume, and pink is major red volume. Okay, so I'm just looking at more from a volume indicator, but I'm still studying it further to make some judgment out of it. Okay, so I guess Mr. Jaya Shankar question is there, which I have not responded. So I'm sorry that I have not been able to respond to your question. Let me just see. Uh, Okay, Tarun is saying, how do you get two different time frame with different indicator on trading view? So you see in trading view, there are different versions available. So the version, I think pro version, which is one step above, that has the facility where you can get two different time frame. And if you want to learn about trading view further, I suggest you can go to my personal channel, and here with Anupurna, I have recorded a video on trading view. My channel will have almost 1 lakh subscribers now, which is very interesting. So you see, as part of Learn to Trade series, I don't know whether you guys have seen Learn to Trade. If you have not seen, please please see Learn to Trade series. It's very, very effective series for young or for people who are new into the market. This is the trading view video which I have recorded with Anupurna. Please have a look at that video, you will understand it. Okay, let me do something because I think I have a lot of queries from people which I have not been able to answer. So my first of all apology for that because of limitation of time, and I understand that you want to connect with me. So my request to all of you is that my email ID is vivek@stockist.com. This is my email ID, vivek@stockist.com. See, I don't have a single unread mail, so I make sure that I do reply back to people who need me, who want to ask me queries. So feel free to connect with me over my email, vivek@stockist.com, and I will make sure that I connect with you. Also, I have mentioned this in club many times that please, you can talk to me. Book a slot for 10 minutes. My support team is there to help you. You have the contact number of Sunita. Lot of people are talking to me, discussing their ideas, discussing their personal problems, and I'm trying to help them. As a club member, you have full right to be in touch with me. So please either mail me or try, if you want to call me, please feel free to connect with support team. They will coordinate with you. Book a slot where we can talk to each other and see how we can add more value to each other's life. You know, I am a learner, and with every call I also learn about you guys, and you can obviously take advantage of any learning which I can impart to you. So this is the discussion which I wanted to have with all of you. I hope you guys get in touch with me, and I hope to see you guys becoming better trader. And me and Shoradeep and Chetan, we all are very much committed to make sure that we give value to the association which we are building with you. So I'm going to close this session now, and let's be in touch. I'm going to send you that both the files which we have discussed here. And in the meanwhile, you start analyzing the market the way Shoradip and myself has been asking you to do. Okay. So shall I say goodbye and thank you so much to all of you. Please take care of your health and we will send you the file as early as possible. I will immediately post that file in Telegram. Um, in Telegram as a file, I will immediately post it so that you guys can get it immediately. And I will ask my team also to send an email to you. Thank you so much for attending this session. It's always awesome to connect with you. Uh, I will make sure that these kind of programs keep on happening and you take full advantage of the time you're spending with us. Thank you. Thank you, Shoradeep, and thank you, Sunita, for your kind attention. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.